All right, hello. Welcome to Quarantine Saturday Night Happy Hour, week 3. We have made it through 3 weeks of quarantine. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks. It's kind of wild. But here we are again, having another virtual happy hour. And tonight is going to be really fun because I am going to have a friend on, a fellow YouTuber, Biggest RayRay. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who he is, and I'm going to bring him on in just a minute. But tonight, I'm sorry about the jiggling of the computer. Tonight's beverage is Angry Orchard Rose Hard Cider. This is my first time trying it, so I guess it's kind of good. So we'll see how that's going. But let me bring Ray on here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Ray.
How are you?
Oh, going good. How are you doing?
Best day ever.
Best day ever. Today's been a day of life. Oh my gosh, my computer. Today's been a day of life. It's on my dining room table.
Oh, gotcha.
Because my desk has a background view of my kitchen. So I thought this might be a little bit better, but
there you go.
Yeah. So today has been a day of live streams for you, huh?
It has been. So I started late last night. I got on one with our friend Whitney from the Whitney So's channel on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Carissa Lee had one going, and this is both after midnight.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And, I had my daily live stream today at 4 p.m. Central, and now I'm on yours. So it's been quite the adventure. Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by. But I definitely have noticed, kind of, especially here in the YouTube community and just in general, doing virtual things like this and live streams is kind of a big thing. It's the only way that we can hang out socially, and socially gather, so to speak. And it's really fun. It's interesting to see a lot of people doing that. I know that your live streams have kind of become part of my daily routine. Like every day at 4 o'clock, come stop by, and the conversation is really fun for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's I enjoy it. We always have a lot of folks that jump on from around the world, and it's great to get different perspectives other than what we see just in our own backyard.
For sure. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I see Michelle, and you see she Misfit Poo Production, which there's a really fun, a cool story behind her name here. I'm going to have a live stream with her tomorrow. But hi, Michelle. She says, "Oh, Angry Orchard, yummy." I mean, it is pretty good. It is pretty good, but I'm not much of a beer person, except for I've kind of gotten into craft beer. But I know that you actually have a podcast where you talk about craft beer, right?
I do.
How did you get started with that?
So it started about 3 years ago. Honestly, talking about it, I go on an annual fishing trip every year with my best friend and a couple other buddies down to Lake Texoma.
Yeah.
And 3 years ago, my best friend Mike opened a brewery with some of his friends where he lives now in Kentucky. And so when we started going on our fishing trip, it turned into 2 or 3 days of fishing, and then a day to go visit breweries in North Texas.
Yeah.
And it turned into more of, hey, let's take 3 days and visit as many breweries as we can while we spend a day fishing. And
I'm not a very good fisher. I think my dad, when I was a kid, maybe took me a few times. The last time I tried to, I don't even know how to say, like, throw the rail out or whatever. See, I can't even. Yes, I can't even say it right. I think get stuck in my hair. So that's the last time I went fishing. I like watching people fish.
Right.
So what is it between the pastime of fishing? Is it just relaxing? Like, what do you like about it?
Where we go, it's zero work. We go on a guided trip. We get up early in the morning, go get on a big boat with this guy named Marty, and he baits the hook for you, tells you how deep to set it. When you catch it, bring it up to the boat. He puts a net, puts in the cooler, and then he baits your hook for you again.
Wow.
And he even cleans the fish when you get back to the dock. It's a complete package deal. You get to keep, you always catch your limit when we go, and bring home just a ton of striped bass right out of Texoma.
Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome.
It is. So it is definitely relaxing.
Yeah, relaxing for sure. Well, Ray, just to let everybody know who is watching right now and who is maybe going to watch the replay. And hi, Stephanie, Bethany. I see that I'm sitting and catch myself waving. Hey, Steph. But yeah, we met through, we originally met. It's kind of a funny story. We re-met through the Tulsa YouTubers group. But years and years ago, Ray and I worked for the same company here in Tulsa. And the funny thing with me is I'm horrible with names, but I will always remember a face. Like I'll always remember a face, even if I can't quite place it. So I know, can't forget that face. And so when I came, it was probably one of my first Tulsa YouTubers meetings. We meet up at the end of the month at Mazio's. We sadly can't do that now because of the pandemic. Again, someday. And I saw you and I thought to myself, I'm like, I know this man, but I can't remember his name. Where do I know him from? So because I couldn't figure it out, I'm like, hi, my name is Stephanie. How are you? And you let me just go along. And then later at the end of the meetup, you're like, was that a joke? Because we know each other. We used to work at that company. I'm like, oh. So I felt like an idiot. So we kind of re-met each other through the Tulsa YouTubers group. So yeah. So anyone that I meet, if I don't remember your name right away, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. But so I think when we worked together those years ago, I don't think either of us. I didn't start dabbing into YouTube until really 2011, and even then, it was just kind of an every once in a while thing for fun. And I don't think you would started your YouTube channel back then yet either. So tell me the story of your channel. What made you want to start a YouTube channel, and how did you get to where you are now?
Yeah, so I got started originally. I got a wild hair in I'm going to ask you this first. Is this a family-friendly channel? Do I have to watch my language, Stephanie? If I do, to what regard?
Honestly, I mean, you can speak freely here. It's not, I don't have any kids or anything like that. So you can speak freely. It's
okay,
perfectly
no, that's
fine,
right.
Right?
I try to be polite. My channel is very family.
No, thank you for asking.
There are
most of my audience, most of my audience is around our age, so I think it would be perfectly fine for you to speak freely.
All right, good. Well, I don't want to hurt any of these little
whippersnappers'
ears. No, you're good. But no, I literally got a wild hair at my ass one day. I'm like, I'm going to go buy a drone. I'm going to learn how to fly it and start making drone videos. Never flown a drone in my life. I'm just like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So I bought one and I learned how to fly it. I bought a cheap one at Best Buy. I got to where I could fly it all through my house from my basement without having to watch it. I just see the heads up view on the camera and fly it around. So it was about $200. About 3 months in, I went and dropped $2,000 on a more pro drone. And I'm like, I'm going to launch a YouTube channel and just showcase my work.
Wow.
Never uploaded a video in my life. Even at that time, I barely watched YouTube videos, just for like how-to videos, how to fix stuff only. That was my only experience with YouTube. And so I launched a channel and started putting my work up, which was complete garbage.
Oh.
By the way, I'm a badass drone pilot. Look at what I can do.
All of our first videos are a little,
yeah.
Oh my.
I look back now and it's like, oh gosh.
Look at how far you've come.
Yes, definitely. And so that's how it started. I started watching other YouTubers. I'm like, okay, I see how much I suck at this. Let me watch some other people and get some ideas.
That's how I learned too.
And I stumbled on a guy named Casey Neistat, who's just massive in the YouTube world. And I started like, dude, a vlog? What's a vlog?
For real.
And I'm like, and just one, I was in my basement at my desk doing my thing, and I'm like, a vlog, that looks fun. I'm going to go make a vlog today. And I did, and it was every bit as terrible as my first drone videos, but it was a lot of fun. I'm like, this is fantastic. I just had a cell phone. I didn't have an iPhone at the time. I just had a beat up Samsung, and I just made terrible videos, and I kept making videos. I'm like, whatever, this is fun. Kept flying the drone, kept getting better, upgrading my gear. And it just kind of turned into a piece of my regular life. Just from a wild hair, I'm going to start a drone business, to YouTube, into vlogging, and that everything just kind of opened up from there over the last 3 years. Yeah,
your drone footage is so cool, and I kind of started the same way. Like many moons ago, I started a blog, and I don't know how I came across it, but I came across what was known as the fashion blogger. So just for fun, I decided to start, a blog. It was after probably right around the time I left the company that we both worked at together. And so I wanted a creative outlet. I've always been, creative. And so I started a blog, and then probably around, I don't know, like 2010, I started seeing some of the bloggers that I followed start posting YouTube videos. One in particular, her name was Profesh Style, and she just randomly posted a video, and I'm like, what is this? And so I went to YouTube. I created like a channel so I could watch videos, and that's kind of how I got into it. And I remember my very first video, I was so nervous. It was probably 11:30 at night. I was using my little webcam. And looking back at it, I'm like, why am I nervous? Because I was sitting by myself talking to myself, but I was so nervous. And then it kind of just went from there. And once I found the Tulsa YouTubers group, that's when I really started realizing, getting more serious about this and realizing just what an amazing world it is to meet fellow creators and just connect and just kind of find your people. And it's really fun, and just sharing your life with people and connecting with people from all across the country and the world. It's pretty cool for sure.
Oh, definitely it is. I mean, I love it. Never did I think just a random dude in Northeast Oklahoma would ever have a global audience.
I know.
And it's, I enjoy it. I love how people tell my daughter Dawn hi. Dawn she totally eclipses any light that I have. She's the rock star. And people come on, I'm like, hi, Dawn. Hi from Sweden. Hi from the UK. Hi from Newfoundland, Iceland, Australia, just wherever. And it's like, holy cow, kid. She's been introduced to countries that she hadn't heard of yet. I mean, she's only 6 because of people saying hi on YouTube. So I think that's really cool.
For sure. But you, aside from a cute daughter, you also kind of have somewhat famous of a cat, don't you?
I do. I have a very bougie ass, spoiled, rotten cat. And coming from a stray, I mean, she seriously has from a bottom to the middle. I'm not going to say top with me because I am still just kind of blue collar Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I've had Karma. I mean, she came from the mean kitty, Corey Williams' house. A stray wandered up to his house, of all places to wander up to. That's where you go if you're a stray cat. And so I adopted her from Corey. It grew my audience exponentially from 600 over 8,000 in a half a day.
Amazing.
Because of Karma. And so with that,
but because you're so cool too, though, Ray, people's connected with you. It's not all karma.
I'll take some of that credit, but I mean, just to keep it keeps me humble and to keep it real. If I just still made drone videos and travel vlogs, I wouldn't have 8,000 subs today.
Oh my goodness.
So, but I attest a lot of that to Corey, because he's given me a lot of knowledge. He spent a lot of time teaching me a few things.
He's an amazing guy. He's got so much knowledge and I remember the first time that I saw that he came to he's come to several, but one of the ones that I went to, he was sitting there at the table, and I remember walking in and I was looking, I'm like, that looks like Corey Williams. Is that Corey Williams? And I sat across from him I'm like, that's Corey Williams. And to have someone like that here in Oklahoma, it's just really cool how you never know nowadays who's like a YouTube creator. That's what the cool thing is. You can just meet people. Like I never knew that you were a YouTube creator until we re-met each other at the YouTubers meeting that one time. It's just really cool.
No, absolutely it is. Hey, you know what else is cool, Stephanie?
What?
My stemless wine glass in a backwards.
You're all fancy.
And where's my cabana boy? Where is he?
I love it. I don't know. He's probably in quarantine right now.
Probably. What a loser. And so I got some early times.
Okay.
And this is
so not just a craft beer guy. Oh, yeah. Are you gonna keep your podcast of just reviewing beer, like craft beers?
Yes. So the podcast is Craft Beer Bucket List.
Okay.
And so we review.
I'll put a link down in the description to it.
Yay! Thank you for that.
Oh yeah.
We pick up. So I travel for my day job. I travel the country quite a bit. My buddy Mike, who's a part owner of a brewery in Kentucky, also travels quite a bit with his job. Yeah. So we pick up beers from wherever we're at around the country that we can't find distributed here, and we ship them to each other.
That is so cool.
We review beers and we just crack them open and talk about it. And I am not a cicerone or a trained, beer person at all, but I drink craft beer.
Okay.
On my travel, I love to support local. So when I'm out and about, I plug in my dollars into the local economy by buying local beer.
I love it.
So I've had, I don't know how many hundreds of beers from breweries around the country.
You think, how many states do you think you've sampled beers from? Do you remember?
So I've been to 46 states.
Okay.
Yes, that I've probably had local beer in probably 35 to 40 of those.
Oh, wow.
At least.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I definitely been turned on to the craft beer. Oh, it looks like
Tommy,
YouTubers meetings are awesome. Yes, they are. Technically, this kind of is a YouTubers meeting because we have me and Ray and Tommy and Stephanie Bethany, and of course, my good friend Michelle. So one thing I like to do in these, because it's supposed to be a virtual happy hour, and the reason I came up with this concept is ideally, around this time on Saturday night, a lot of people might be at happy hours with their friends, but we can't do that right now because we're in quarantine. And so I thought this just might be another way to connect. You actually inspired me with your daily live streams.
All right. Thank you.
What I like to do is we'll just do a virtual toast, like cheers to everybody. Yeah. All right. Your cabana boy is saying, oh my goodness. So your live streams have been really, really, really cool lately and really been building up. And you said that you're definitely planning on keeping them up as long as we're in quarantine, which sadly right now we don't know how long that is because we're in shelter in place, both in Tulsa where I am and then in Broken Arrow where you are.
Right.
Not statewide, but.
Yeah, as long as, and for me, the live stream is to try to bridge the gap and connect folks that might not have a way to connect with people otherwise.
For sure.
So even if everybody that joins has a friend or someone else they can call and talk to, that's great. But the point is, I at least want to have a space for people to come to, and that maybe their only social interaction for a day. Yeah.
They're really starting to grow. Absolutely, for sure. So how has your family been handling, quarantine lately? Because I know that like you are a teleworker, you said, so you already work from home, but even with that being so, how has your family been handling everything?
Well, really good overall. Dawn, I feel bad because I work a lot with all the social media stuff that keeps me busy. But day job, even though it's slowed down, I still have a lot to do in the background. So there's always something to do to plan for the next project or something else. I've had time to go back and do cleanup on admin work. I've spent a lot of time on my admins, making sure all the numbers line up.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's been great for that. But I mean, Dawn, I still have to carve out some time to spend with the kiddo.
Yeah.
I've been big on quarantine karaoke on Facebook.
I was going to ask you about that next, actually. You read my mind, Ray. You actually kind of gave us a little bit of not your one that you did today, but I believe it was your one on Friday with Chris and Jose. You guys all sang, and I didn't know that you played the guitar because you do a lot, Ray. You have your YouTube channel, you do drone, you have your podcast, and you're a musician. I didn't know that, but you gave us a little sample of karaoke in that live stream you guys did.
Yes, let me get some liquid courage because I'm scared to perform on camera.
Oh my goodness! Here, I'll take a swig with you.
Oh man. So, and also I'm going to feature a local beer because why not? This is not a paid endorsement.
Okay.
But we have the Grand Sport Porter.
Okay.
It's from Coop Ale Works.
Okay.
And if you're into dark beer, this is a fantastic representation of what a porter should be.
Yeah. Is it really hoppy? Because I know anything I'm still learning about beers. I know if it's really hoppy, I've learned I don't like that.
So like IPAs are some of the most hop forward beers you're going to get.
Okay.
So a porter or a stout, they tend to be coffee and chocolate base. So in this, it's very dark. This is not a secret
right up my alley. Okay.
At all. So definitely some when you smell it, there's definitely some chocolate notes that come out in the aroma immediately.
That sounds amazing.
Coffee. A lot of porters, they add a lot of lactose in the brewing process, so you get like a nice milky creaminess about it.
Yeah.
And so they tend to be a little more heavy as far as the mouthfeel and the overall body of the beer. But they go down incredibly smooth. And so like I said, they're super yummy, very, very flavor forward. And but it's hard to drink more than 3 or 4 of them. A lot of times I'll have 1, maybe 2.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to learn how to do the hover over comments thing.
You just did it.
Well, I did, but I was trying to. Well, Chris, I actually was trying to highlight yours where you said beer is good. Beer is good. I'm learning that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a musical sampling here.
So I got to think of something to play. I don't know how to play many songs anymore.
What was the, you guys, what was the one by was it Three Dumb Blondes? Oh my goodness.
Do you know
I only know the chorus.
So I'll do the bridge leading up to the chorus, and then I'll let you take over from there. How about that?
I can do that. Sure.
All right.
Hopefully I don't bust it and make anybody's ears bleed.
Can you hear? You good?
Oh, I can hear. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I wait till the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high. And I sing from the top of my lungs, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm making people's ears bleed.
No, we're going to do it again.
Okay.
And I said, hey, I said, what's going on?
That's all I know. Woohoo! Yeah. That was awesome, Ray. It's so much fun. See, I always have to have liquid courage when it comes to singing. So I think I just embarrassed myself on the internet. But you can't laugh at yourself. You're taking life too seriously, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Karaoke. Oh my goodness. So you always talk about food on I almost said your podcast, on your live streams too. And I've started getting a little more into cooking. Like I've been trying HelloFresh because they tell me exactly how to do everything because I'm not a very good cook. But the food that you make, and you take pictures of it and post it on your Instagram, and it's pretty amazing. And didn't you say that you posted a picture the other day and a celebrity actually responded to it?
Oh, like the cheesiest thing I could absolutely make. And so I love to make good food, right? I like to eat yummy food. So just over time, I just got better with cooking, watch shows and videos like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
But last Friday, I made fish sticks with Don, and we had carrot sticks with it. Just complete normal, just easy breezy. And I took a picture of it and I put it on Instagram and I tagged Sean Sticks Larkin in it.
Oh my God.
It's just me and my daughter tonight. We're about to watch live PD. So we're having fish sticks and carrot sticks. So this is to you, Sticks.
Oh my gosh.
Just completely, I didn't expect, he replied almost immediately. And he's like, hey, that's awesome. Tell your daughter I said hi.
Oh my gosh.
And I did. And I'm like, hey, Dawn, come look at this. Sticks said hi. She's like, no, he didn't. And I was like, look. And I showed the response on my phone and she straight flipped out.
Oh my gosh.
She was jumping all over like, Daddy, live PD said hi to me.
Gosh.
And then 20 minutes later, so we turned the show on and, Sticks was there. He's like, Daddy, that's Sticks. Sticks said hi to me, Daddy. That's Sticks. He didn't say hi to you.
She's famous. Oh, Tommy says, great job, guys. Thank you, Tommy. I'm sorry if I made your ears bleed, but I decided to go for it. It's a good song. Ray got his guitar out. So. Oh my gosh. And so first of all, I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite cheese? Because you've had several cheese themed live streams before.
Yeah, cheese comes up a lot. It's one of those universal foods, kind of like beer and wine. If someone says that they don't like cheese, I'm like, you haven't tried enough to find one that you like.
True.
Going to be something out there that speaks to your taste bros. And I say taste buds is too mediocre. We all have taste bros. At least I do.
I was wondering if that was a play on words. Taste. I'm going to remember taste bros.
My taste bros.
Taste bros.
But my favorite cheese, that's a tough one. I eat more cheddar than I do any other kind of cheese. And largely because it's cheap.
True.
It's delicious and cheap. I get 2-pound bricks at Costco for $6. I mean, $30 a pound for good sharp cheddar. So I can't get my Havarti that cheap. I can't get my Jarlsberg that cheap.
The fancy cheeses.
Yeah, I can't get a Brie or a Gorgonzola at that price.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I think overall, like a good creamy goat cheese.
That sounds amazing.
If you ever had goat cheese, they go great on little toasted guys. They're fantastic on a Mediterranean style pizza or a Middle Eastern pizza.
Pizza for sure.
So diverse, so delicious. It's one of my go-tos beyond a cheddar. But you know what? No, I'm going to say my favorite ever is it's a cheddar cheese. I found one that was aged for 20 years at a cheese house in Wisconsin. That was $21 a pound. I bought a single pound of it, and it lasted me about 3 years. No lie. You could take like one bite. It was painful. The flavor was so incredibly intense. It was hard to eat, but damn it, it was so good. So good.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'll never forget that. I've bought it a couple of times. It's hard to find cheddar that's aged for that long. Typically you find up to 10 or 12 years, depending on the store you go to, but a 20-year aged is something special and really, really hard to find. Yeah.
Yeah. Krista says she's never had goat cheese. It sounds interesting. Goat cheese is very good. Very good. I can't even really describe why it's so good. It's just the particular taste of it, but it's very good. Like you're maybe thinking maybe it would sound a little bit weird, but or taste a little bit weird, but it doesn't. It's pretty good.
It is very good.
Pizza, I've said this before. I like feta cheese, kind of for the same reason. And there's a mix that I've gotten at Trader Joe's before, like it's a Mediterranean style feta cheese, and that is so good, not only on salads but avocado toast and just everything you can think of. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. It looks like Bob S. Bob, I don't think I've seen you in any of my live streams before. How you doing?
What's up, Bob?
Thanks for stopping by. So where are you, Bob? Where are you coming to us from? And as far as what's up, we're just hanging out. We're having a little virtual happy hour since we can't, because of the pandemic, since we can't in person. We're just hanging out. So Bob, cheers to you. Virtual cheers. And hopefully kind of just the same reason Ray does his daily live streams. Hopefully this would just be a way for people just to hang out and have fun because they can't do it in person. So and Stephanie Bethany says, goat and feta cheese sound pretty similar to me. It reminds me of sour cream. Reminds you of sour cream. That's interesting. Well, maybe they do taste somewhat similar, but they're distinctly different too. I can't really describe it.
Yeah, they're overall very light flavors. They're light flavors. And Bob is with us from Kentucky. So I got to know what part. We were just talking about my friend that is part owner of a brewery. I do the podcast with him. He is in Richmond, Kentucky.
That's amazing. Is that good work in Kentucky, right?
So Bob, what part of Kentucky, my dude?
Yeah.
I'm curious to know now.
Is Kentucky, are they famous for their bourbon? Am I correct there? Is that where your bourbon's from that you have there?
Yes, this is from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Yes.
Awesome. You know, I'm not much of a bourbon person. Like I think I'd like it if it was like in a mixed drink, but I'm more of a vodka and gin person. Like I love gin and tonics, classic, easy, and then wine. And I'm starting to get into craft beer. This definitely is not craft beer, but it's what I've got on hand for tonight. So yeah. You know, I'm getting kind of hungry too, Carissa, but I did make sure to eat before we came on because in your live stream at 4, you guys were talking about food and I got hungry.
Yeah, so I finished eating literally right before I walked upstairs and came in my office. Like I was wiping crumbs off my shirt and I'm like, I got to get online right now.
It looks like Bob says he's from Lawrenceburg. I don't think
Kentucky.
What that is. Gotcha. So what did you have for dinner, Ray?
I don't know the name of it. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It's like bun phu chow, something like that. We ordered from Trang Le, which is a Vietnamese restaurant in Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
So wifey got a big bowl of wonton soup with barbecue pork.
That sounds good.
And we had the traditional, spring rolls with the shrimp and whatnot and the peanut sauce. And the bowl I had is like the Vietnamese noodles, and it had like an egg roll on it. It has pork, chicken, beef, and shrimp all on it. And it comes with like crushed up peanuts and some lettuce and carrots and some special little sauce you put on it. I squeezed a bunch of sriracha on there.
Wow.
And I did damage.
That sounds amazing. I had a pepperoni pizza.
Oh, right on. Where'd you get your pizza from? Did you order local? Did you get something local?
Unfortunately, no. I want David took a trip to Walmart and because we had to get some groceries for the week. But I do want to try, I think Andolini's locally has some pizza kits now, I've heard, and they're one of my favorite local companies, so I might try them. So what are some other good local places? Have you been getting lots of food delivery lately and ordering, trying to support our local restaurants with what's going on?
Honestly, no. This is the first time I've done the support the local thing since we've been doing the quarantine thing as far as that goes. I've put a focus on eating more at home because I traveled quite a bit before the quarantine, I eat out every day when I'm on the road.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to take this time to really focus on the calorie counting and eating more healthy. So I've been eating roughly, 17 to 18 meals a week. We have 21 meals a week, right?
Okay.
3 times 7. And I've been doing probably 17 to 19 meals made myself at home.
Oh, wow.
So eating out very little. And so I ordered Mazzio's last week. And the stuff we got last Sunday night I had for lunch Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Also, so that accounted for 3 of my 21.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, this is the first time I've eaten out since last Sunday when we had pizza delivered.
Yeah. And I am trying to definitely with what's going on. I'm eating all my meals at home. And it's kind of amazing how much food you go through when you eat every single meal at home. It's just myself and David in my household, but it's amazing. But it definitely is a challenge because maybe I'll finally learn how to cook. And then maybe I'll have tasty, pretty food to show on Instagram like Ray does.
There you go. So I just did my first hands video this week. Have you a food video? If you look at Tasty or any of those, they call them hands videos because they're always a camera top down and you see people's hands.
Gotcha.
So I shot one of my first hand videos ever today or this week. I finished editing it last night. I was up late, still looking for music and a few other things to plug in the video when I saw Carissa and Whitney online. So I finished that about 1:30 this morning, and I put it in front of our mutual friend, Chris Ransdell. We're looking to do something a little different with the hands video. So he's got some
quarantine cooking. Is that what?
Yeah. So it's just a rack of ribs in the Ninja. I call it quarantine edition. So I tried to I tried to dummy it down as much as I could. Very just super basic instructions with a 10 seasoning blend for a dry rub. And so adding just some liquid smoke and some apple cider vinegar into a mix with whole apple into the Ninja deep fryer.
Oh my
and
God.
A pressure cooker combo. And so just made a quick 3.5-minute video on a whole step with a full rack of baby back pork ribs.
My gosh, I'm hungry. So we just went to the grocery store. I'm going to have to eat some more once we're done here. But yeah, I always look forward to see, you usually post a lot of your meals online. So I love looking to see what you're going to be cooking next because maybe I can get some inspiration from RayRay.
Right on. So one thing I love about eating, Steph, and it's one of those things where we get to use all 5 senses simultaneously.
True. That's right. I've never thought about it like that before, but you're right. You see it, you taste it, you smell it. I guess technically, as far as feel, the texture of it, or when you eat, or
you get all 5 every bite.
You know what? I'm going to remember that now from now on. Oh, it looks like Tommy's got to go. Thanks for stopping by, Tommy.
Yep. So see you guys. Be safe. So bye, Bob. Bye, Tommy. Bye, Krista.
Bye, Bob. Oh, it looks like supper's ready.
Oh man. So anyway, I love it. We get to hear our food. We get to hear it.
Oh yes. I forgot the 5th one.
Like a plate of fajitas. Fajitas suck when you go out if they're not sizzling. If it's not sizzling when it's on its way to the table, it's like no mas. For
sure. Yeah. All right. Well, so you have a charity as well. One thing I wanted to mention, and when I first heard of it, Glocks for the Homeless, and I think that probably was intentional, trying to make people think in Glocks as far as gloves and socks. And so it's pretty cool. And you've been doing it for how long now? For about is it a year now or?
So this was the third winter season that we've had the charity going. And it was actually through the Tulsa YouTubers that helped me launch that. I was in Boston, Massachusetts for work when the idea finally came together for me. And I'm like, I wonder if there's any other YouTubers in Tulsa that could help me put this together. I was very much inspired by a Casey Neistat video again. I'm like, you know what? Just screw it. I'm going to make a run at it and see what happens. So I did a Google search, found nothing, got on Facebook, typed in Tulsa YouTubers, and a group popped up. I'm like, holy cow, there's other YouTubers. I had no idea.
That's kind of
and hit from there, several people stepped up and said, yeah, I'd love to help. Carissa invited me to one of the meetups, so I showed up, and it all just kind of spiraled very quickly from there.
That's awesome. So you just do everything. Like you just can't stand to sit still, huh?
No.
You're so very busy.
Right. So we're only given so much time to live. And it's one of those things, if I'm not living, I'm dying. Yeah. And which I almost did a few years ago. I was in, and I don't tell this story a whole awful lot, my inner circle knows, but I was in the ICU for a week at the heart hospital at St. Francis in Tulsa. Mm-hmm. The lifestyle I was living at the time was incredibly unhealthy. I was near 500 pounds. I was always on the road, always traveling. I didn't watch my diet at all. No exercise. Yeah. And I was just way overweight. My blood pressure was like 260 over 150 or 160, something like that. And I thought I had bronchitis. I'd been coughing up some pink foamy stuff for months, having no idea that I had blood in my lungs from my blood pressure and other stuff. And I went to urgent care, and I'm like, can I get some meds? I think I have bronchitis. And they admitted me to the hospital almost immediately. I'm like, what the hell am I here for, guys? I need some, I'm having a hard time breathing. And they're like, dude, you're 2 steps away from a heart attack or a stroke. You're not going anywhere. And so I went up there for a week while they tried to get my blood pressure under control. And they shoved one of those camera things up my arm and took photos of my heart and everything else. And so I had an experience there where I thought I was literally dying. The black stuff came around, and I thought that was my final breath, and I was going home to see Jesus. Right. So yeah, it was a very life-changing experience for me. So after that, I'm like, I'm going to live every day for the rest of my life as full as I can and fill it with as many things and make the world a better place along the way. And that's one of the fires that got lit under my ass, to just do as much as possible.
Yeah. And what do you call that? Being what? What is your tag?
My hashtag, be biggest.
Yes.
Be what makes somebody else's day great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think you probably inspire a lot of people, and thank you for sharing that, because that's quite something. But that all happens when sometimes we just get a wake up call, and it's crazy. So I'm just glad that we have, things like YouTube, and that we have other, fellow creators that we can connect with and lean on when it comes to stuff like this. And this is it's a really interesting time to be a creator right now.
It is.
I think we're all in a really interesting position. I know with me, it has inspired me to make more content and see how I can connect with other people. I know it inspired you to do your daily live streams. Has it inspired you in other ways with kind of what's going on in the world right now?
With YouTube, I mean, not as much, but so I'm trying to find ways to support people that are already doing things.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got several friends that are making masks and whatnot and delivering those. So I've made it a point to contribute financially to those people, to buy more materials. I bought like special sewing needles and whatnot for people doing that.
Amazing.
And so there's other things that we can do to promote. I don't have to be on the front lines doing something. Sometimes doing something is supporting somebody else that has that idea. It doesn't have to be my idea. Just back somebody up that's doing the things.
Yeah. Yeah. And is there, I believe you said it was one of your friends that you just mentioned that's making masks locally. Is there a way that we can support her, or that she could use support, or does she have what she needs? Because with everything going on, I've been trying to think of a way that I could safely, of course, while being safe, help support efforts like that. Do you have any suggestions, or know anybody else? Or
so the folks that I know that are doing it, a couple I've just asked to remain anonymous, for several reasons. One, they don't want to get inundated with orders or requests that they don't have the ability to fulfill. Because where you can assembly line in your home with your spouse and your kids, it doesn't go beyond that. You don't want to put out more than what you have the ability to do. So where I would love to support that, we could give them $1,000, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to get spent on material. They don't have the ability to produce that much.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would, if you know anybody doing that, and like, your friends that are doing these, get on Facebook. It's easy to send $20 or $50 on Facebook. We all have Facebook Pay.
Yeah.
Just like, dude, I love what you're doing. Here's $20. Please make more.
Awesome.
Or if you have a friend that needs something, it's like, I don't mind going out, leaving the house for a minute to get a specific thing. Like I'm taking a friend that doesn't have a vehicle to get groceries tomorrow, which I'm not a big fan of because I'm not leaving the house much at all. I'm like, when we get in, you're going to wear a mask. If you don't have one, I will get you one. I'm wearing a mask. Your ass is staying in the back seat.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you in the parking lot. And then as soon as you're in the car, I'm taking you home.
For sure.
Not to be ugly. Once this COVID stuff is over, we can hang out and do whatever again.
Serious and careful like that.
But yeah, so I don't mind giving a friend a ride because it's not safe to have somebody to walk a few miles to the store. I mean, so it is what it is. So I mean, I don't mind helping out in a small way like that. But it's those little things that carry a ton of weight in something like this to get groceries, because it's a 7 to 10 day wait for delivery on food right now.
That, I've heard that more and more. I haven't done grocery delivery yet, and I was thinking about it, but that's just crazy that everyone's trying to do grocery delivery right now. But because everybody's doing it, there's just a big wait, and it's crazy. And we all want to do grocery delivery because not everybody is doing social distancing like they should, and it pisses me off, makes me angry, and I'm trying to keep this, positive and not talk too much about it, but it's just, I wish people would take this more seriously. I really, really do. I mean, if you can't do it for yourself, then do it for somebody that you care about.
No, absolutely.
So,
and I don't mind calling out the haters on stuff like that. There's still a lot of people, that are just completely against this. They think it's all fake. And, a month ago, I was among those. I'm like, this is all media hype. This has been drummed up for whatever. It's an election year. Who knows what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But as it gets more real and more close to people that we know personally, it's like, there's actually something to this. Maybe it's not all that it's been drummed up to be, but there's enough we need to be concerned.
Yeah.
And I think in 2020, we have enough information and technology. It's like, even if it's not as bad as we think it is, let's just slow the hell down.
Yeah.
Make a few changes, quantify the risk, and just go from there.
Yeah. When it comes to 2020, I wish it had it was still under warranty, so I could just return it.
Return it.
Can I return 2020? This didn't work out for me.
Yeah, this was supposed to be because after 2018 is like, 2019 is going to be the year. Because I saw it in a meme on Facebook.
Yes.
And then that failed, and then 2019 because 2019 is over 2020.
It's going to be the year.
Oh God.
I want to give it back. I want to give it back. All right.
I'll take in-store credit on the exchange. I don't need a full refund.
Exactly.
Gift card.
It's before it all got crazy. Well, Ray, thank you so much for your time and for hanging out with me and stopping by and, making me do karaoke live on the internet. Which I might check out that quarantine karaoke. I think I should.
Oh, you should get on there and sing a song. Just go live. Just do it. Don't even think about it.
Just find something funny like a Backstreet Boys song or something crazy like that to really just embarrass myself on the internet. So
I'm gonna think about busting out a Spice Girls song because why not? It's like
that'd be cool. I feel like you'd rock that. I feel like you'd rock it. Gotcha. All right. Well, Ray, thank you so much for your time, for stopping by and hanging out with me. And cheers to you. One more cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, virtual happy hour. And thank you everyone for stopping by and watching. Please make sure to go check out Ray's channel. I'm going to have it linked down below, along with all of his social media. He has a daily live stream every day at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, even on Saturday and Sunday. So definitely go hang out there and check his channel out. And thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate your time. Be safe out there.
Thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.